Hey.
Okay,
So
starting.
last time was focusing on the aftermath of the big battle with Baba Lysaga and Ophelia. We did a lot of roleplay. Mostly it's just that, to be honest. Wrapped up some quests a little bit, did a little bit of wandering around the world just to make sure that we've tied up some loose ends in terms of the magic seeds, where they may be. We're in the possession of 2 now, which is interesting. I don't know if that's what we're going to do with that. I don't know if I'm going to say we can. I don't have a clue. But I've not yet thought about. We'll figure that out. But we are now back in Valaki on the west side.
West side?
And you guys now get to decide where you want to go.
I still didn't get the details of those items. I got the magical instrument and the heartstone or whatever you called it.
My health bar has numbers.
Yeah, our health bars have numbers now. They did an update, a stealth update. But let me get you the information on that.
Interesting.
Do
I don't
that.
see you guys, just Mel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same
I
here.
can only see my own, yes. I was gonna say, if everyone could see my exact numbers, so, yeah.
Alright, just getting the information on that.
I mean, I doubt they'll be used in this actual part of the game, so whenever you were ready, so.
The types of haunting.
Okay.
I have it in everybody's journals. If you want to see any magic items, that, well, not every single one. So we got the pipes of haunting, and then we got the, what is the other thing? The heart?
It's like a stone that allowed me to go into the ethereal plane and
Yeah,
do something
the
else.
heartstone. That one you can look up in the compendium. That one is a default called the heartstone, all one word. I'll show you that too. Well, actually, no, I can't. It doesn't let me do a handout option, but it is there, and it will just be an action to go into the ethereal plane, and it just you use the item. It doesn't consume it. It's just, it's just used. I guess
Something you can do.
you require it to do so, but it doesn't. I'm not gonna make it drain it or whatever. Employ an action. You do it. You have to be able to access it with your hands. I'm going to say that. So, like, if it's in your pocket or wherever, and you have like your hands full, or maybe you're restrained or something, some other whatever, you can't move your hands, then you can't do it. You need to be able to grab it to do it. But other than that, not too complicated. And yeah, and then you can actually use the item itself, kind of consume it. I'm not sure if it's actually swallowed. I thought about that, but we could just say you channel the magic the same way you would be for etherealizing, but instead to cure a disease, you can either do it on yourself or somebody else, and then in the process of doing that, it is consumed entirely.
The stone is a consumable, or is it rechargeable?
For the purpose only of curing diseases, it's consumed. I'm just checking that, make sure.
Because why would I consume it for its least usable feature?
Yeah, I'm just trying to say. One of them says. Oh, it's weird. 1 second. Got 2 different sources saying 2 different things. I gotta make sure. Or rather, one source saying one thing, not saying anything the contrary.
Well, you look away. Just do some role playing. So. Oh look, we're finally at Valaki.
Yeah, where are you guys going to be going to once you're here at the gate? Like, let's just say you guys are all at the gate. What do you plan to do? Where do you want to go?
I plan to go to Eric and talk about starting my background thingamajig set in motion.
Yeah. Do you want someone to accompany you? Or he's an old friend, right?
Oh yeah, were you here during the battle with the Baron?
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah, it's the
With the
same
Baron,
guy.
too?
It's the same guy.
Alright, you have fun then. Okay, I'll need to head off to the smith, get something made. I know, not usual for me, but you know.
I
Yeah,
also.
that's where I was gonna go as well.
Sure. I need to go to the smith as well, so.
Oh, okay. Just make it 2 stops then?
3 stops actually.
Oh, what's the fun?
Oh yes, well I posted a little quest in the bounty board.
Oh,
Might give
you
us some.
did!
Yeah,
you?
yes, I
Yeah, you need to check up on the progress of that.
That's true. Now I'm very curious about that one too.
You didn't actually know in characters, so I suppose you could ask about that. It's-
That's true. Yeah, what job did you hire people for?
I was looking for somebody, well not bodyguards, Pacific guards for our wagons, and someone to actually escort us inside the adventures.
Do
You know,
you-
extra backup.
You what now?
Pardon? I wanted to hire caravan guards and someone to accompany us inside our battles. As an extra sword for hire.
I guess that's innocent enough.
It is innocent enough. I'll be paying out my own money, so don't you guys worry about that. So
No, I wasn't.
well, I considered having you, Michael, pay for all of it, but you know.
He wasn't even around here when you first posted it.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. It's like if we ever meet anybody, I'm gonna make them pay for it.
Exactly. Just roll a deception and say the new guy always pays for the new hires. It's like, yeah.
That's just how it's always been, Michael.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so I have a good idea of where one wants to go, which makes sense. What about, let's say, Michael? Where do you want to go?
I'm just gonna hit up the Smith. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here, really.
You did
Should we just make it
do-
a trip?
Go ahead, Darius.
I was just saying, should we just make it a trip? It's gonna take the same amount of time narratively, you know. No, but I mean, I'm saying, you know, if we just want to hit a smith, we can just, you know,
Walk there?
have a beer while one is doing, getting whatever info she needs from that Eric person.
That makes sense. It's something pretty personal for her.
I mean, you're all invited to join me if you want. It's not going to be like a massive emotional scene. I don't conceive this to be a massive emotional scene.
I mean, listen, if you're cool with it, I'm happy to, like, that's interesting.
Mm. Well, thank you. Yeah,
Interesting.
Darius, you are more than welcome to come with me. It's always good policy to have more than one person go places anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, remember, we're still technically, like, I guess, you know, enemies of the Lord of the Land, so...
I think Veloki's an exception. Well, this place is kind of anarchy state right now, so...
Still got sun, but...
Unless there's been some considerable change of management while we've been gone. Who knows? Maybe the Lord's Alliance has taken over completely.
Probably not, though that would be funny.
The what now?
The Lord's Alliance, the Lords. The
What's
landowners.
the Lord's Alliance?
The landowners come together, they all rally their power, and, you know, they hire adventurers and whatever else to do whatever they do to protect their lands.
Yeah.
Does not sound like... out of character, I know what the guild is. I don't think Darius does, but... I mean, does not sound like a Barovia thing to me. Here they're just mostly miserable and wallowing in their dread.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the energy to, like, you know.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know,
the nobles
Darius.
here
Maybe
are
they
pretty
have.
much
Maybe they
most
have the
miserable,
means to
really.
enter and leave Veloki at will. Maybe they have an arrangement with the.
Oh, I know what I can also do. Yeah, I'd go to the inn by myself to inquire about someone.
Okay. I was also going to ask you, Michael. Could you remind me specifically what you asked or what you said when you went to the church and did your whole little check-in with the order?
Right. Yeah, it was essentially linked up with a group of people that might be able to help me take out this Strahd guy, and have not been able to locate the other agent of the order.
Okay.
That was it.
That's what I needed to know. That is helpful. Okay, so we got most people down here. What about, let's say, Lucian? Where are you going?
I have a couple places Lucian would want to go.
None of them here.
Oh, all the same. I mean, we're going to be going by the Smith. We're going to be going by the Square for some basic items. You did say you wanted to go by the toy store.
Yep, the toy store, and I did pick up a wedding dress for Mr. Crazy.
That was it.
Yeah.
Dressmakers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you can easily get, like down at the Square, or just somewhere here. I'm confident about that.
Yeah,
And
those are just the only things I do.
yeah. And Cole, is there anything specifically anywhere you want to go?
Yes, I still got 4,500 GP of valuables to be sold in the party pocket. So I'm just going to stop by every single shop and just unload stuff and sell as much as I can until I bankrupt the town.
Yeah,
Leave the town
You guys
dry.
pretty much have already, but yeah. Yeah, I can get you a little bit more. I can definitely do that.
This gold is no longer going to be the currency. It's just going to be bartering shit.
Yeah.
Here's some shit from these adventurers.
Oh, I got shit from adventurers too.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you?
We should probably keep in
Exactly.
mind to see what we could trade to the people we're trying to buy from as well.
Do they have it? We would want.
I mean, I'm trying to buy a
Yeah,
custom
that's the
sword.
first thing
I
we
don't know about the
find
rest
out.
of you guys.
Yeah. So I've got something to do with the inn. One's got something to do with Eric. And then I assume we can all meet up at the smithy, and then we can just hash that out once those two things get.
Did we have anything to check
Unless there's
in?
other sides.
Oh, sorry.
I would.
Probably the political state of Alaki itself, but we don't
didn't
seem to
get
be very
finish
interested.
what I was going to say. I was going to say, are we checking in with the Baron's son? Was he not up to something last we left?
Oh, yeah, you guys, you never did come back and speak to him. You spoke to him initially and like said, okay, well, you're trying to make this portal. Good luck with
Didn't we
that.
Didn't we send somebody?
Yeah,
there
from the
and
Temple of
get some
Secrets.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
grant?
Yeah,
The
you did
50
do
gold
that.
is dead. He blew himself up.
Maybe. All the same, yes, you guys did send somebody else to, like, essentially help him.
That
it
one
was
guy
like,
from the.
yeah, I think his name was like Vizik. I can't remember his exact name, but something like.
Oh, he was that guy we had tied up, and we were going to feed him to the flaming school.
Yep,
Yeah.
the guy from Weaver Temple. That's the guy we sent to the Baron's
Just
son.
imagine them sitting upstairs, just writing love poems and doing arcane
As I said,
signals.
I wanted to just walk in and see them making out with each other. It's like awkward scene.
I mean, they have like common interests already, so I mean that's a good icebreaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we shall see. But I was saying, let's go. Let's say we're going by the.
I mean, are we going to say hello to the Padre, whatever, Lucian?
Yeah,
calls him?
yeah. We definitely are going that direction. So, is the party going to be saying anything to him.
To whom?
The
Sorry.
priest from the name.
The priest of the arch. Yeah. Name
No.
being.
I have
Father
no
Lucian.
relationship whatsoever.
We'll just call him Father.
Yeah. Less confusing.
Sure.
I guess I'll just ask him if he knows about the abbot. Because they're both holy people.
Oh, that is a good thing to bring up. Yeah, I even hadn't considered that, but yeah. Actually, his name would be Father Petrovich because his first name is Lucian. So Father Petrovich. He
does do a
greet
lot
you
of
all.
weddings, I assume. He might know a good dressmaker too.
Yeah, I'm actually just
Maybe.
hanging outside the front door.
That makes sense.
Well, if everyone else is coming, I'll
You guys,
knock on the
you
door.
guys
and-
go ahead. I'll be out here.
Alright, see you later then.
Have fun with the whoever visit.
Yeah, Father Lucian. His name is similar to Lucian.
He's there at his typical locations. He's not doing anything particularly special. Just helping out orphans, overseeing the orphans that are there, answering questions that are brought to him by the clergy already there.
Mm.
He greets you with, as he typically has, wondering if you have any questions.
I'm like, it's so good to see you. I point to my third eye. Get it? Get it? See you? Yeah.
He kind of gives you a look of exasperation, like, yes, impressive. But he offers a smile all the same, just trying to be polite.
Man, people are really okay with the fact that I got 3 eyes in this place. I guess they've seen weird things before.
There's
so-
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the magic world.
So everybody's probably like, oh look at Divas walking about the front garden again.
And there goes another demon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh man, old Jefferson really needs to get, like a trap for them.
Some demon.
Anyway,
We have a new member on our party, and we lost one. Meet Michael. He's over there.
Oh yeah, he'd be like standing in the back outside the door. He'd be like, "Yay!"
hey father, how's it been going since we left? I've been kinda slightly curious. I can see not all of the buildings are burned down, so that's good. But
Let me try to remember this. There's a very specific family here that is a problem. This is me, DM, trying to remember the specifics. Let me just a moment. Lucky lore.
no, I mean just general. Like, I mean, last time we were here, we basically overthrew the government and then left. Just wondering, they're not eating each other, right?
No, he would respond with like, he would shake his head. It's not been not that bad. No, it's still rough. The Wachter family and the other noble families are still trying to outdo one another on the new council, but the general citizenry has made their, let's just say, presence known, has put down their metaphorical foot, and said that they won't allow the nobles to completely run everything like they pretty much had before.
Mm.
That's what that got them into the problem in the first place.
The
I
foot
see it
of the
all
people.
worked out. And you were so worried they would start anarchy.
Yeah. So how's it going, council-wise, establishing that? I mean, is it working out well? Has it been...
There have been more guards volunteering for service, but I mean, it's not been long enough that we've been able to have more people enter the population.
Hmm. Well, it's good that those werewolves aren't bothering you anymore. I'm sure you would have suffered a lot
That's
more.
true. We haven't really suffered any outside deaths in some time.
Mm.
It's pretty much just the old and the infirm. But
Well,
beyond that, it's nothing.
we
Nothing
had
as dangerous as it was.
we had contact with the other town. I forget the name of it, so I just imagine I say it in character, and I said they might be looking into improving relations with Valoki, so that might be good news. You could-
Ah, yes, Kresk. That's good to hear. He kind of hesitates for a moment, try to think about how that's going to factor into everything else. It's already kind of complicated at the moment.
Mm.
We used to do trade with them a long time ago, but once the situation with Strahd became even worse, and the three major villages became quite isolated from one another.
There's three
Trying to
major
get that.
villages. What's the third?
Yeah,
Barovia?
Barovia Village, yeah. Yeah, it's Barovia Village, Valaki, and Kresk. They're like the only three places in Barovia
Okay.
as a country. He says, we used to be trading with one another fairly regularly. I mean, it's typical of places that are this close to one another.
Oh yes.
Sure.
How could I forget
Online.
Barovia, the place where I was born? I mean, I mainly grew up here in Valoki, but
He says, but what happened is that there was a change in policy of sorts in Kresk, where they wanted to be far more insulated and make sure that they couldn't incur any outside attacks or threats as easily.
Mm.
Therefore, they didn't really allow outsiders in very often at all. Their style of trade became limited to pretty much just the winery.
yeah, it seems to be the only good they're interested in.
He says,
It was pretty good wine, though. Right.
Sure.
He says, yeah, that's what I've heard. I wouldn't know, of course. And he just does a quick holy sign, just
Mm.
partake.
Anyone in the
Swing.
party still have some? I definitely lifted a bottle of wine from the winery. I will hand it to him as a nice little. Like, oh, well, here you
Oh.
go. Everyone should try this.
He wasn't being sarcastic, but okay, this will be interesting. He looks at it and then looks at you and kind of just mulls it over for a moment. Like, I suppose I shouldn't turn down the offer. And he just say there's some way to consume it nearby, like a bottle or mug or anything, chalice, any number of other things. He takes a conservative glass, nothing too crazy, and sips it a little bit because I guess he's not really a big time drinker at all.
Wow, you didn't have to drink it right now. I mean, you could.
Well, he was just kind of like trying to be polite. He's always very hospitable to people who come to see him,
Wow.
and the church in general. So he sips it. He kind of initially kind of jerks his head back because it's bitter, but it's still pretty sweet at the same time. So he's kind of like, oh, okay.
That's some good shit, yo.
Good
It's like-
shit.
As far as I see, so as far as I know, that's quite a high quality. Thank you, I appreciate that. But he doesn't immediately finish his chalice. He's got to put it down beside him and returns back to what he was talking to you about before, saying that the abbey there in Kresk used to be quite a profound source of like religious pilgrimage here in the country before Strahd, but it did unfortunately when he changed as he did and the land became cursed, it cut us off from the outside. Everyone kind of had to adopt a very different lifestyle. But then I've heard that something else changed, where some sort of new caretaker came there and changed things. I've not honestly spoken with anybody from there, which is sort of strange, only because we are devoted to the same god. So
Hmm.
you think that there would be some kind of communication, but no, he's or she, whoever they are, is quite private. He kind of shrugged his shoulders.
Yeah, the person in the abbey isn't exactly the most outdoorsy kind of fellow. He has actually got some weird plan to raise a corpse, and probably shouldn't share too much details.
It's just again, as usual with you, particularly, he gives you a perplexed look, and he just. I'll take your word
Speaking
for it.
of, we actually need a wedding dress for that.
Yeah.
Mission?
So I was going to say the same thing. On the subject, do you know where
Nice
you can get
segue.
a wedding dress?
He says, "Oh, okay. Well, yes, I do perform the vast majority of the ceremonies in this in the village.
Hmm.
So, yes, you can go
Sometimes
to,
just use wedding dresses.
you could go to such and such tailor. He comes up with a name. I'm gonna be like the
Todd's tailoring.
I'm gonna call it like the loose stitch. Which is,
Dwarf Dress Emporium.
just call it that. You can go to the loose stitch. It's over by the toy store and the coffin maker.
Oh, wonderful.
Toy store. We should go there, guys.
Fascinating.
Yep. Kind of a strange company, I know, but it's where they've been for quite a number of years now.
Mm.
So yeah,
I suppose
I
you
don't
don't have a
think
big
that-
business district in here, huh?
It's very convenient that they're close together, so you can get clothing for your newborn and a toy for it, and then when it dies, you can get it a coffin.
Yes,
Parents-
all
one
under
trip.
one roof.
yep, they're very efficient. But he says, yeah, it's you typically find whatever you can here by chance and by persistence. But I'm certain with your resources, he kind of notices that all you guys are quite well off. At least the quality of your gear and the state it's in and such. They can tell that you guys are certainly wealthy.
It's like, I see what you're doing. I pick up your hints there, Father. I hand him 50 gold.
Again, he's kind of has his brow furrowed now. He kind of brings up a hand to his head, kind of getting a bit overwhelmed by all these sudden shifts and offers and gifts. So he just still takes the small pouch of gold and he kind of signals someone to come over to him and says, whispers in their ears like about a donation, and then hands the pouch to them. It's a younger lady in religious vestments.
Sure.
You know, it would really send him over the edge. I cast Blight. No, I don't. Not gonna kill the father.
That would be, yeah, or anything in here, like there's this big tree, and you're like, nope, fuck that tree.
This tree must die.
Yep. But anyway, he does that, and then he turns to you and asks, is there anything else I could help you with?
Oh,
No? I don't think so.
don't think
Oh,
so.
so much, my man. No, not really.
But you're most welcome here anytime if you wish to stay or
I mean, there might be something we could ask of you. I mean, is the rest of the party like wanting to keep this place the place where we hide the seed? Maybe.
Okay, can we have this conversation like slightly away from him?
I mean,
Yeah,
he doesn't
of
know
course.
what we're talking about. We could be talking
Right,
about
the
drugs.
No, I feel like the thing is the most safe with us. And I want to place the thing in like, you know, these people. They're not the most formidable warriors.
We don't want to make them a target.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
If you
that's what it is.
okay, if we want to keep it on ourselves,
Yes.
that's fine.
Also, I want to study it, but that's just tertiary motivation.
You're not going to
Mm.
Yeah. Now, in my
destroy
mind's
it in any way, are you,
anything.
Darius?
if anything, we would want
Well,
the enemy to get drawn to us and flesh them out, as opposed to them like targeting someone else away from us.
Yep.
Yeah, you're more
Same
capable of dealing
idea.
with a threat like that than giving it to the church. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
completely your guys' prerogative. You guys essentially try to hide it, or you can both take the risk of.
And I'll hide it in
Someone
my.
to hide it in their
wagon.
prison pocket
Yeah.
or the wagon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
hide
you
it in
so you
there.
don't want to leave the drugs with the father, okay?
But yeah, as you guys have been talking about this, he's kind of been looking past you in the direction of Michael, seeing part of him past the doorway, and kind of this look on his face of like contemplation, like interesting. Like he definitely like sort of not recognizes you, but he's looking at you in a memory, perhaps, or
Didn't you see him digging
something
up
Charlie
the
is my thinking. No, he did
Possibly
not.
recognizing a member of the order that I'm in.
Possibly, yes. But no, he did not see Michael do that. He may have come across like loose dirt later on, but that would have been, that's hard to put things together, especially with anybody in particular. All the same, yeah, he gives, looking over at Michael, if you guys want to, I don't know if Michael would see this, especially if he's like leaning against the wall and not saying anything, or rather not leaning in, so if he's not aware of it, somebody else would have to tell him. But
Okay.
if they don't, then
No, for sure. Like if he's casting a suspicious glance over at them, you're right, father.
he
Did he-
kind of hesitates.
Did he
for a
murder someone you know?
He hesitates for a moment and then kind of just leans in closely, which is kind of interesting. This is unusual for him. He's typically not so clandestine, clandestine, and he kind of leans in towards Darius and asks, "This new friend of yours, I've seen someone dressed in similar attire quite some time ago, but still in the recent past that I found it interesting. I just wanted to let you know. I don't know exactly why he's here. I can recognize that he is no follower of Lathander, but I try to remain open-minded about those of all faiths.
Well, I'd hope so. I don't follow Nathander.
Yeah, same.
How
What are you,
progressive.
some kind of racist?
Where did you see this dude at? Is he still here?
He says in response to this question, he kind of thinks about it for a moment, kind of trying to remember. He says, what would make the most medicine in character? Probably a couple months. What do you want, Michael,
Yeah.
in terms of like, it wouldn't be that long ago. It wouldn't be like years ago, so it would be.
Yeah, I'd say
before
like a
you
month.
answer, but
Too much.
yeah, that makes sense. Let's just say a little over a month, almost 2 months now. There was a woman, fairly tall woman, of a similar garb that was just staying at the inn nearby. I noticed her walk through the streets. I bet if you went and spoke to other people, they would be able to give you more accurate information. But since I spend most of my time here, I couldn't tell you where she was heading last exactly.
Friend of yours, Michael?
Yeah,
He's
Michael,
not there anymore.
Okay, interesting. That you can do that too. You can do whatever you want. All right. Well, all the same, let's say
I would have,
the father
if
relayed
hearing,
this. Yeah,
yeah.
you heard that with that.
I heard
really nice
that,
roll.
yeah, so immediately I would have made my way to the inn to inquire more about this person.
a good idea.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. He's a bit
before we
strange,
do
I
that-
say.
Yeah, yeah. Michael's never really done that, but from you guys specifically. He's mysterious, but not stealthy, especially in his armor. But anyway, so yeah, he's not there. Do you guys care, or do you
He's a clanger.
go on with your conversation?
I'm curious, but he's a grown boy. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, let's just ask him later. I'm sure he'll be forthcoming.
Okay.
Okay.
Any more last minute questions? Because then I'll be switching over to the inn.
If no one else has
I was just
anything...
gonna say-
Oh, go on.
No, no.
I don't.
I was just gonna say bye.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was a pleasure to meet you, Father Lucian. Lucian. I always get your names confused. I point at Lucian and Father Lucian. So, but yes, nice to meet you. We should be off.
He nods politely and walks with you to the door.
I grab his ass in a friendly manner, in a joking manner.
Just causing his brain to be on fire.
This old man how to dance. No, I'm not.
No. Oh, by the way, yeah. As far as his, I don't know if I ever described his appearance in like greater detail. I probably just said like the basic stuff, but yeah, he's human, of course. Everybody at Barovia is human, with some very rare exceptions. But he's human, and he's probably 60 something. So older, but not old, not like old. Approaching elderly state. But anyway, in response to that, he kind of just jerks back and then just kind of steps back in a way and just gives you a polite smile all the same, and kind of then slowly keeps backing away back toward where his original duties.
Before he goes completely, I'll just ask him as he's walking away. That guy we kind of sent here to work with you, pretty sure it was the werewolf we turned back. He hasn't caused any trouble, has he?
Oh, yeah. What was his name? I don't remember. But yeah, the priest says in response to this, he just nods with renewed enthusiasm after this jarring social faux pas, and says, "Oh, he's been an excellent contributor to the church's proceedings. I am grateful that you brought him to us. He has been quite helpful."
Yeah.
Good. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill him. And then I walk away.
Okay. He just kind of has a mouth agape for a moment, and like, wow. He looks just so tired already. This party is draining on his heart, this older heart.
Sure.
All right, but if there's nothing more, then we're gonna cut to the inn.
I mean,
Head over.
okay.
Hmm?
I think that's where all this stuff.
I mean, I had something to do in the inn, but yeah, you do your scene, the separate.
Yeah,
from that
Michael
show.
got there first, so yeah, I'm gonna do him.
Yeah, and then
first.
once I'm done with that, you walk in, I'm assuming.
Yep, that will be what we will do there. So okay, you're at the Blue Water Inn, I think it's called. Yeah, Blue Water Inn. Yep, I was right the first time.
Is there any other color of water?
Well,
Well, actually, yeah, depending on the quality. Yeah, so yeah, it's good that it's blue. It's good selling.
oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that, just as a reminder, this is ran by a man named Erwin Mardikov, which is now a last name you guys should
Oh,
be recognizing.
wait, yeah. Marduk. Yeah, is that the crow people?
Yep, the Wereraven
Russian
people.
pistol. Makarov. Never.
Yeah. Mardikov. This is the Wereraven family that runs the Wizard of the Wines. He definitely looks like he's related to them. He runs the inn with his wife and his 2 sons. let's just say, you go up to him, or rather, well, you do whatever you want. You go into the inn, and you see him there. You see a couple other people, of course, partaking in the inn services, chiefly the bar services.
Yeah, I'm going to put down a gold piece. Taking that away. Put down a gold piece and ask for an ale. And then,
Yeah,
he
that's
can
more
keep
than
the change.
Yeah, he gives you like 99 silver and 7 copper change.
I just tell him to keep the change.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a surprised glance for a moment, not really seeing that too often, except from adventuring sorts like yourself. He immediately acquires the drink you asked for and puts it in front of you, and kind of stands there before you and asks, like, typically when individuals like yourself offer such generous payouts, I imagine that they're looking for information.
In fact, yeah, I do have some questions in keep. Not too long ago, about a month to almost 2 months now, there was a woman that came through here. Raven black hair, white, soulless eyes. Do you know where she went? And I recommend you be forthcoming with me. Where, Raven?
I like that. Just playing hardball.
I mean, how many customers are around them right now?
Nobody's at the at the same place. They're all like in booths and stuff to the side. So thankfully nobody heard that, and he immediately.
I would have kept it low tone too.
Escape
so
on the
if anyone
werewaving
goes
aid.
by-
Yeah. he steps closer to you and puts his elbows on the counter, trying to be just as hush-hush as you've been, and says, "Well, you seem to be
So you're
well
breathing on the
informed
mic
yourself."
again a lot.
Yeah, Marcel, Mike.
Oh, yup. That up?
Yep.
Yes. He says that, and then he says, yes, there certainly was a woman of the description you gave me that arrived about almost 2 months ago now. She was staying here for much of that time, in and out, very often. Very quiet, very solitary, did not speak with many other people here at all. Seemed to be looking for something. I can't remember her talking to me for much time beyond ordering drinks and just paying for a night to stay. But it last was heard that she was heading northward. I'm just not exactly sure where, but only where northward is toward the lake. Lake Lazarovich. It's unusual to be heading that way unless you're trying to fish for something desperately, but still, from everybody I've heard talking about her, because someone like yourself and similar sorts leave the impression. People talk, rumors spread, that sort of thing. And then he kind of backs up from the counter and goes back to cleaning a glass and asks, is that enough information?
I'm going to show him my holy symbol, which is essentially like a Cerberus emblem, and ask, was she wearing this?
He just nods with a deep affirmation.
Okay, I'm going to finish my ale and then leave.
Okay. He doesn't say anything else after that and lets you go. And then while you're leaving, let's say one and whomever else was going with her arrives at the inn as well.
Yeah, I just tip my
Aye.
hat to one
Yeah.
as I walk out.
Oh, howdy, Michael. What you been doing?
Goodbye, Mike.
Oh,
Hi,
He
Michael.
just
just walking off
just
for me again. Oh,
tips
but,
his hat. He tips his hat and just keeps.
So did anyone join me?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
Darius
I-
has, you know.
I like turn to Darius and say, "Yeah, I really don't like that guy." Anyway,
He is mysterious sometimes,
Mm.
but you know,
I
find that intriguing.
I mosey up to the bartender, the innkeeper, and say, "Oh, hello, innkeeper. How's my little my quest board inquiries going?"
He says, he kind of hesitates a moment, trying to remember what you're speaking about, and then he goes, right. The
I mean,
posting you made
how
on
could you
board.
forget?
Yes.
You have a
That
bonus.
does not sound good.
Yeah. I say, how could you forget?
Yeah.
You have a bonus your way once we get them all employed. I mean, it's not as if someone walks in here and gives you gold for nothing, right?
It's true, but your request is still, say, tall or
That's a tall order.
We're
as
hiring
they would say.
we're hiring guards and a single mercenary. It can't be that out of the ordinary.
it's around here. A lot of people try to keep to themselves, but he kind of goes over to the postings and takes it down and brings it back over to you. You do notice that there's writing on it in terms of there is people that are interested.
Ooh, let's see who
but-
we have here.
Specifically, the caravan guard position. Nobody has signed up for the a mercenary position.
Right.
So, there are three total things, but two of them are bunched together, and one is separate and written in a different, writing. Like it's a different person entirely. Much more elegant, much nicer. The first, no, it's not Steve. The first
What the hell
one.
is Steve? Go on.
It says that it's like this crude, definitely like a less educated person, or just a person that cares little for their penmanship, and says just writes down beneath the post for the caravan guards and says, myself, and he's just kind of put the comma, Zoldarovich, and then then briefly another bit of writing, like a person kind of like signing their name. And it says Yevgeny Krushkin, and then it continues on with the previous person's writing, saying, "Are interested? You can find us here. We'll be in one of the booths."
I asked the bartender, where are they? Where's Zoldar and the other person? I forget the name of. Where?
Yeah, and Yevgeny. He would just kind of turn and point over in a corner, and yeah, there's going to be two older, not old, but like middle-aged, scruffy men that are in line with other men of similar age you've seen in this country as well. You've been here.
Excellent.
They're drinking and talking to one another. They notice when they're being pointed at, and look up and over at you. Kind of
before
not
that, I
looking relieved,
turn to
not looking-
the innkeeper and I say, well, you didn't get the mercenary, but you at least got something. Here's a single gold. That's probably more gold than you've seen all of today, right?
He just kind of smiles and takes it. Like, thank you all the same, miss.
I wave to Darius and say, come on, Darius, let's interview our new highs.
What? Okay. I'm getting kind of excited despite myself. So yeah, sure.
Oh, by the way, and like while you're like looking down this note, you see that it's a totally different line of writing. that's kind of like off to the side in a corner, not really underneath the text where you kind of implied where it should be signed.
Mm.
It is, like I said, in much more elegant writing. It's a note to address to you. One, it says, please come and speak to me. Come and find me when you can. If you see this note, I should still be in town. And it just says Esmeralda,
Oh,
like
Ooh.
signed beneath it.
that
Like a
sounds
big
fun.
E, like a nice fancy E and a Z and all this. Like it's very, very nice. She definitely
Okay.
is.
I'll
off
track her
sort.
down after this, and yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
All right, so yeah, you go over to the two guys.
So you've already forgotten their names as well, haven't you?
Zoldar and Yevgeny.
Zorka and
Yevgeny is a weird name.
I can dig it. I could dig it. So
Yeah.
I walk up to them with Darius. It's like I sit in their booth, and I just look into their face and say, "Wow, how you doing?"
They kind of one's finishing his drink and the other just is looking up at you with a kind of confused look. Like, I didn't think that our new boss, he kind of implies quote fingers around it in a way, that would be so young.
Well,
But
enterprising as humans
hanging
are,
off, I suppose.
we yes. I'm so you signed up for the caravan position, did you? That's very interesting. Well,
We expressed interest. It's still, well, leaving the town is not something we like to do very often until, well, we have to. He and I just kind of points, like, just gestures and is at his friend and says, we will go hunting sometimes. We'll kill wolves, sell the meat, maybe do something with any furs that we may come across. So we know how to take care of ourselves on that level, but still, it's not safe to go out very often, especially at night.
I mean, I'm curious. You lived in Barovia all your life, right?
this is Veloki.
Yes, of course.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, this is also the land of Barovia.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he answers in the affirmative. Yes, we were born and raised here.
Okay. So what? Well, I know that's a health hazard around here. If you go hunting and then you suddenly stumble upon like 10 ghouls, what do you do? Because I imagine it happens a lot.
It does happen more often than it should, and when you run into that kind of situation, you try to sleep away as best you can, because we're not equipped to take on something of that caliber. Well, the only thing that I've ever stood my ground against was maybe a lone zombie or something similar, maybe a blight when you're down in the southwest.
I see.
Uh-huh. It's nodding sagely.
And then he says, I don't, if, so long as you can reasonably assure our safety when, during the nighttime, we will gladly stay with your wagon.
I mean, that's
And-
the reason why we're hiring 2 guards to have rotations of shifts, basically, for the sleeping period and rest.
Right, but we'd like to have at least some idea of, would we just be out in the wilderness, just watching your wagon?
We'll mainly be outdoors, yeah, sure. Mainly,
I mean, would we be far away from your party? You all are. We've seen you around. You're far more equipped and likely more skilled with a sword and such than we are.
absolutely. But it's not very efficient to leave such skilled fighters behind to watch a wagon. That would be for you lesser skilled individuals. Not to insult you, it's just that you're not as experienced as us at killing things.
true, at least the sort of things that you're implying.
Mm.
He's kind of running his hand over his chin and thinking on this. The other guy hasn't been saying anything this whole time. He's just been drinking and listening and drinking and listening.
Gonna
the
come
guy-
out with some wacky accent, no doubt. Oh.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
friend got anything to add to this conversation here?
You repeat that, Marcel? I didn't get that.
I was asking him, your friend, or specifically looking at the guy drinking and addressing his friend and saying, doesn't your friend have anything to add to this conversation?
The
What are
guy-
your
The guy
qualifications?
that's speaking says he doesn't like to talk very much, but we're good friends. We've known each other for a long time now. We're partners.
Ooh,
We
that's
work together.
respect that.
ooh, that's definitely a good point for your favour. Teamwork, fantastic. I like pretend to write on a piece of paper as if I'm doing an actual interview.
He just kind of gives you a amused smile, and then the other guy just says, kind of grunts and just says, "Zolar," just kind of just implying that's his name, but he's just kind of grumbling it, not like terribly talkative or conversational, maybe even not extremely intelligent, but he seems aware of his environment and is following the conversation fine. But all the same, the other man, which now you're assuming is Yevgeny, despite not having introduced himself formally yet, says, well, yes, I would be willing to go ahead with what you were offering. Actually, let me go back and just to make sure. I want to make sure that what you're
It's like a
The,
gold a day, and they get like 5 silver for each enemy they basically encounter in melee.
Typically, when he says, and typically in response to these kinds of jobs, well, we've served as guides and escorted people around through the countryside for 5 gold a day. So I suppose since you guys seem to know your way around, and you would be, you're only asking us to look after your wagon.
Pretty much.
I suppose 2 gold per day would be all right.
And
But-
we'll also be providing you equipment as we have it spared, which kind of leads me to my next question. What sort of weapon of choice do you use currently? Typically.
You notice, let me just double check, but you definitely notice that they're armed right now. The one not speaking to you has a sword on his hip, a short sword, and a longbow leaning up against the wall beside him, just like right beside him. The other guy is actually armed the same way, but he has a short sword on the opposite side, so he's left-handed. But
Just I can
Still
I can
the
see
same
you
type
have
of-
sort of an unusual setup there, at least when it comes to. You seem to be armed more for hunting than actual combat, if you get me.
this is true, and they're wearing like leather armor. There's nothing terribly dramatic. Like the Zoldar is wearing like hide armor, and Yevgeny is wearing like leather armor, like nicer armor than that. And anyway, he says, yes, like I said, we typically hunt for a living. To stay
No, that's
alive.
fair. I mean, you would be able to, like, live off the land then, I assume?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that's what you'd expect from us, I suppose. It's
No, I'm saying, you know, it might be an urgent situation. We tend to run into those. And,
Oh, and in a sense that if you're asking, would we be able to keep ourselves fed and such if the situation called for it? Definitely. We know our way around the country well, and we know how to keep ourselves alive.
Yeah, that's.
But that might just she's being honest here. That might mean that we would run away and leave your possessions if it was something excessive. Like there's some crazy things out there I've come
I
across.
mean, let's be clear, if we lost the wagon, you're definitely going to get fired for that. And that is the reason why I put the incentive of, like, gold, silver for each enemy you basically kill on your own, or at least hit and whatever else.
He kind of his drink like takes one last drink of his ale and puts down his glass. That's more like a mug. None of these are really glasses. Glasses, what you are to come by in this kind of place. And he puts Lambda down on the table, kind of trying to make a point. Okay, we'll agree to the deal, and we'll stay with your cart.
Mm-hmm.
During the night time, however, we
Expect us to guard you?
expect you to be nearby.
Oh, yeah.
If we come across a slot or something else equally massive, then we're not going to be sticking by to fight.
Could
I'm getting
you...
like,
I see you got your bows. Could you at the very least give us some range support? I mean, we'll be doing the main encountering. Sure.
yeah, I guess that seems reasonable. Well, let me just say, the more that we spend time with you, and I get a better understanding of what you guys are up to and what you
Sure.
regularly get up to, then I can give you a better idea of what you can expect from us as well.
Ah.
But for now, we'll put our faith in you and come along as you've...
I mean, listen, one.
Trial
At
by
the very
fire,
least,
please.
it's still 2 more bodies to throw into like a desperate situation.
I don't know how loud you're saying that, but...
No, I don't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Just calculus.
I don't mean to
Yeah.
metagame, but
Yeah.
something that
Consider
we could
myself a
also
body to
do
throw it.
is if we're not around and they come under attack, as opposed to just running away, hightailing the whole caravan, the horses, the wagons, back
Yeah.
to Valaki.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
that
we
as
get our
well,
stuff
so-
there.
They could do that, but that would definitely require an order on your part to do that in terms of like a standing order. I mean,
Sure.
like if our wagon comes under like attack while we're gone,
Drive it to the church.
you drive it back to we'll drive it back to the town.
Hmm.
Because I mean, they would want to do that more than anything else than like sticking by and guarding it.
Yeah.
It,
Plus, they
it depends on the
probably-
type of threat. That they have made it clear that they will exercise their own judgment. They can't make any raw promises, but they also kind of make it a point. It seems kind of obvious that they don't really care as much about gold as much as their lives.
Yeah,
so-
they're not going to die for us out of honor or whatever.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
die for our stuff.
No. and what you're paying isn't enough to warrant the risk. If you were like, if it was something more exaggerative, then maybe they would be like, okay, yeah, we'll do it and we'll say bye.
We'll see how it
We'll die
goes
for
on judging your performance and give you
Yep.
criticism afterwards. I say, well, it sounds like you're hired. I slide him two gold each, well, 1 gold each, and say, well, the cart's just outside of Valaki right now. You can wait there for us if you will. And
Okay. He kind of nods takes the gold and slips it into a pouch on his waist, and nods and looks to his comrade, who also nods. They both slowly stand up, start heading that way, giving you a sort of just a goodbye bow of sorts, and start heading in that direction, as you can see through a window.
okay. So I don't know if you want to turn to the other players, because I felt like that probably took a little longer than I was expecting.
That was fine. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about Cole. Where have you been?
I'm just visiting the shops and like emptying the party pocket like on their table, just breaking and clanging and crushing stuff. And I'm like, how much can I get for all this?
Right. Okay. And
Thanks, goodbye.
Lucian,
Hey,
you're going
I'm
to be
just
going to the other stores.
Yes. I would like our new caravan hires to sort of look through the party pocket to see if there's anything of use to them as well. So I don't know if you.
I mean, we can just buy them stuff. If
Yeah, I mean, I got weapons in here. I got some armor.
Did you get
I
a
got-
new rifle?
I got 2 silver short swords.
Oh, there you go. That would sound perfect for them.
Yeah, that's definitely something they could use. I mean, if you want to think about it in mechanical sense, they're not terribly proficient in a wide array of different weapon types. Anything that's like a short sword in balance and size is something they can use in any kind of regular bow they could use. I mean, probably a crossbow too. Just
I
to
mean,
say that
would
they can
you
use any
say at
bow
the
and
very
any
least they
crossbow.
have access to simple weapons? It's
Yeah, we can just make it simple by doing that. Yeah, they can use simple weapons and they can use any type of bow.
oh,
They're
any
not
type of
familiar with
like-
firearms.
That's pretty good.
light armor, or do they wear
Yeah,
light?
they have light armor only. At least that's what they're proficient in.
Well, someone should give them studded leather. That way they don't.
A little extra protection, sure.
Yeah, that's yeah. I will
Tip my NPC.
keep that in mind as far as I've not made their sheets yet or anything, but I can like update them with like AC and weapons and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's talk about Cole and Lucian and all that. You guys, I think, are doing some shopping and some selling and such. Cole,